Hello, Saggies. Hi, Sagittarius. My name is JJ. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for viewing. So today is your turn for me to bring you guys a lovely tarot reading. I've been here for a week now, and I have delivered quite a few tarot readings for the rest of the zodiac, basically. It's taken me such a long time to get to your sign. You are one of the last signs that I'm reading for this month, so I'm sorry about that, but do bear with me. I like to go with the energies. I like to go with whatever it is that I'm feeling. If it feels right for me to read for you, then I read for you. If it doesn't, then I prefer not to, because I'd rather try. I'd rather deliver the right message, and a message that is for your highest goods. So, Saggies, I've meditated on your cards already. I have not shuffled them yet, but we'll begin to do so. And I like the flow. You're, wow, already wanting to come out. I like to go with the flow of the cards, so whatever cards pop out, those are the ones that I feel we must listen to the most. And that is because I'm not relying on a particular spread here. This is a very general reading that may or may not resonate with you on a personal level. But take what does, leave the rest. That is what most readers say, hence I'll say it too. And it's also because I don't know who I'm reading for right now. Like, for instance, when I was meditating earlier on, my mind got transported all the way to New York and all the way to Tokyo. I have never been to New York, and I have never been to Tokyo, so whatever images that came to me, are images that I know from the media, from being online, from whatever pictures friends of mine upload when they've been to these places. But that is where I got transported, basically. I try to connect with as many people as I can. And I trust that whoever needs to see this video, whether it's one person or 10 or 100 or however many, they will. And they'll receive whatever messages they need to hear, because at the end of the day, you receive what it is that you are prepared to receive from this universe. The same goes for me. I'm a Sagittarius rising, actually. Sagittarius is my ascendant. So I'm also looking forward to this reading. I try to be as objective as I can when I deliver these readings, though, because it's not good for me to bring in my feelings, naturally. So Sag. I like to talk about the signs that I'm reading for. You guys are larger than life, extremely bombastic. You hate being closed off. You really do like to roam free in open spaces, and that is because you have so much energy. So much energy. You are ruled by the planet Jupiter, the happy planet. So most of the time, you guys do, you are very happy people, and you certainly make people around you feel happy as a result of this. You're humorous too. You have a wild sense of humor, which doesn't always have to agree with everyone, actually, because not everyone likes it when people crack jokes, but you do like to crack a joke. You appreciate that. Sometimes if you have harsh news that you want to deliver to people, you deliver it with a sense of humor, and some people will either... Too many cards came out, guys, so no. So either... they take it well or they don't, and it really depends on the character, of course. But you do like to deliver news with a hint of humor, I feel. So, Sag, your own element, sorry about that. That doesn't usually happen. Your own element has come out here quite a bit. Oh. You have the Nine of Wands, the Queen of Wands in reverse, the Queen of Pentacles, Earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. This is so not you. The King of Cups, water element, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Also not you. Or, this will become clearer later on, whether or not you are simply exhibiting these energies and the characteristics that these people typically own. And you have here the Eight of Wands. Messages coming in pretty fast with this card. These cards are in your past position so far. So, what can we say about these cards? All right. The Nine of Wands, is someone who has built a solid foundation for himself. That's the feeling that I get whenever this card pops out. And he's done this really, really all by himself, like without a lot of support around him. And basically, if you take a look at this card, this guy is very well built here. And he's also a little bit agitated, it can be, because he also looks like he's on the lookout, just in case his property is being compromised. But not necessarily, though. This is not necessarily a person who feels defensive or anything like that, but it's a person who likes to guard their own property, likes to guard everything that they've worked for. And the Queen of Wands here, coming up in the reverse, is someone who's very obliging and who brings good service to you. This is if this can also be you in this state of guarding your own property here, guarding what it is that you've worked very hard for. It's a person, who wants to make sure that they can also trust the people in their surroundings here. Because, usually the Queen of Wands is, when she's in the upright, the Queen of Wands is rather friendly. But when she is reversed, she worries sometimes that there might be some envious characters around her. I wouldn't say this if other characters didn't pop up next to the Queen of Wands, but in this case you have the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Cups here. All in your past position. Other characters in your life. Earth signs and water signs. Emotionally stable people who really know how to use their emotions very well, but also because, like the King of Cups, because they are very well grounded when it comes to their emotions. They know how to handle their emotions. The King of Cups can also be a little bit manipulative as a result of this, depending on his or her mood. Gender neutral, because this is a general reading. While the Queen of Pentacles is someone who reflects very well on her element being coins here, being basically anything involving business, career, stability, and security, because, we do have to rely on our resources in order to have a fulfilling life. She's someone who has full control over her resources, and someone who's reached a level in her life where she is wealthy and can afford the more luxurious side of things. These are people in your lives. But the Queen of Wands being flipped here, and I feel this is you because Wands energy is fire energy. You're on the lookout. This is in the past, you know. You're on the lookout to make sure that certain people in your midst are not envious or jealous of the strong foundation that you've built for yourself. There is a hint of deceit here, just a slight hint. Not a lot of it. And with the Eight of Wands coming out here, jealousy can indeed be a factor. This is messages coming in really fast. Sometimes arrows of love, like a lot of love coming your way. But in this case, I would, you know, caution you to maybe watch out, like in the past this is, that someone might come to you with a lot of love, like this King of Cups here. But because this King of Cups, you know, has full control of their emotions, usually, they can also use their emotions to their advantage here. Which means that they can be a little bit manipulative and make you sometimes believe things that might not be in your highest good. And they might do this so fast and with so much confidence that you do believe them. And I'm not saying you can't, you know, rely on this person, because this can be anyone in your life. I'm not saying you can't. I'm just saying that, you know, there is a difference between there's a difference between someone who comes to you with a hesitant, you know, when someone comes to you and they're feeling hesitant and they're stumbling over their words and they're not very clear with their thoughts, then, you know, usually people are going to be weary of such characters who aren't confident with what they're saying, with what they're preaching here. But the King of Cups is not one of those people. He's very assertive with how he feels, he or she feels. So you are usually more inclined to believing whatever this person says to you. But be a little bit cautious here. I'm glad I said that, because the Devil card just popped out. But before the Devil card, you have this Four of Swords here, which suggests taking a slight break and reflecting on this past situation. If you did feel like someone may have been playing with you a little bit, or if your assets were compromised to some extent, even if this were a feeling that you had and nothing, you know, has come to light about this, but it's simply a feeling because this person is just guarding their property. Whether or not there is a threat to their property, they're just guarding it because you're usually, you know, you're responsible and you're strong and you want to make sure things are safe and secure. You want to be like the Queen of Pentacles here, who knows what she has and has good control over her funds. But this can be a character in your midst. So you are reflecting on this now, currently in the present, with less emphasis than you were in the past. And the Devil card is here to caution you. The Devil card can represent Capricorn. But the Devil card is bondage. You know, it's you feeling that you're not as free as you'd like to be. And Sagittarius, you're a huge free spirit. You're usually a huge free spirit. But when the Devil card pops out, you need to be a little bit, you know, be a little bit careful and on guard, you can't always be a free spirit, especially if you are in the company of people who might be a little bit manipulative. And I say this also because of the Devil card. I said it before, yes, because of the King of Cups, but I repeat it now more because the Devil card has popped out here. And the Devil card can also suggest that you could be a little bit overindulgent, maybe. Maybe you're spending a bit too much, maybe. Let me know what you guys feel about this Devil card. When major arcanas like the Devil card pop out, they can take on different meanings for different people. So, Sag. Let's see what else is going to pop out for you guys. Not a lot seems to want to come out anymore. At the beginning, your cards were flying out with a lot of enthusiasm and a lot of emphasis. And now that the Devil cards popped out, you're like, oh, I'm going to go into hiding now. I don't want to know. That can also be my own energy because I am a Sagittarius rising. And we like to keep things light and happy. That's usually the energy that we bring. Can be a little bit overwhelming for some people sometimes, but then those people just aren't right for us. Page of Cups. Page of Cups is a very psychic character who spends quite a lot of time, thinking about the things that they want in their heads. And they have the power to manifest very quickly. And actually, Sagittarius, you're very good at that. You're usually really good when you set your mind on something, on a goal. Then you can achieve this a lot faster than some other signs can. Because you are extremely ambitious. But with the Page of Cups, the Page of Cups doesn't always think of positive things. Sometimes it can go both ways, positive and negative and neutral. So because you have such strong powers of manifestation, Sagittarius, it's very important that you keep your thoughts happy and light and positive and for your highest good, because you want to manifest whatever is in your highest good, of course. Pages are also messages that come in. And they can be things that you were already a little bit knowledgeable about, but you needed some sort of confirmation of this, and it's already come in, or it will come in. This is present energy here. And it can be in relation to this Devil here. Oh. This Devil being someone in your past, who might have manipulated you. A second page has come out here, Page of Swords. The Page of Swords to me is someone, who's starting to get a little bit paranoid. Paranoid and out there and doesn't exactly know what to expect, but is up for anything. But just in case, she or he comes across something or someone that he or she doesn't like very much, she or he is ready to attack in a way. Not with as much ferocity as a Knight of Swords, because she's not traveling on a horse. She's standing there and she's walking about, and she's not really looking in front of her actually. So she can stumble and fall. A little bit of a clumsy character sometimes. But Head is up high and ready, you know, watching out of the corners of her eyes in case someone does make a pass on her. So this is a very paranoid energy. And it might be as a result of you having not, you know, you might not be as positive in your head right now. And you're worried that whatever it is that you're thinking about or, you know, might come true. This intuitive feeling here that you were a little bit worried about from the past. You're worried that it's happening now. Or you've received a message in any form that is confirming your doubts. So now you're acting a little bit like the Page of Swords here. Oh. Queen of Swords in reverse. I am more inclined now to say, yes, if you have been thinking that someone in your midst has not been very solid, you might be right, Saggy. Queen of Swords has popped out in reverse here. The Queen of Swords is an air element. Again, you know, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. But this can be anyone. This can be anyone. This can be a water sign in your life. It's coming through that it can be a water sign. Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. But I don't like people to rely too much on the signs that appear, because that's just not fair. And also, we don't always know everyone's natal chart, you know, like the back of our hands. So this doesn't have to be someone that has water in their sun sign. It can be their moon sign, their rising sign, or they can simply have many planets that fall within the same sign. Like, look at me, for instance. I'm an Aquarius sun, but I happen to have fire as a rising sign and as a moon sign. But I also have a lot of earth in my chart. So you see, it really depends. And some people are very mutable characters. Some people really have the ability to take on the way other people feel more around them, such as Gemini, such as Pisces. Very mutable characters. And who you spend your time around, you eventually you take on their traits as well. You can become them. So that's why it's very important to watch who it is that you are around. If they make you feel good, stick around them. If they don't make you feel good, there is no real reason why you should stick around, Sagittarius. That goes for everyone out there, not just Sagittarius. But you guys, you like to remain happy. And this Queen of Swords might not want that happy for you, okay? I don't know who this person is, but they might not want that happy for you. Again, it doesn't have to be an air sign. It can be a water sign. I want to look at this a bit closer. And you have the Knight of Pentacles that's popped out here. That's creeping into like the immediate future. And the Knight of Pentacles is someone who moves slow, not so fast, and is usually someone who can offer you something good. It's a very serviceable person, serviceable man. I'm just going to let more cards come out. you have the Seven of Cups here, which is an illusions card. And it's fallen right underneath the Devil here. To suggest, yes, you know, that there might be some rogues around, yes. I mean, I'm sorry, that's coming out a lot. From the past to the present, creeping into the future a little bit. But you're going to be very victorious about this. You were very on point, Sagittarius. If someone is making you feel this way, trust your gut. Trust your gut, because you're probably right. You're probably right here. And I'm getting now, because the picture is starting to reveal itself even more in the form that I'm able to read the cards vertically and not just horizontally, and that doesn't happen all the time, not with every reading. So I've had to pause here. Why? Because you know how I said that this can be maybe a water sign? Not necessarily. It can also be an earth sign that is taking on the emotionally manipulative characteristics of the King of Cups here. Okay? Yes, I also know I said don't rely too much on the signs, but the Queen of Pentacles is here and it's an earth element, Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus. You also have the Devil card that popped out here. The Devil card is Capricorn. Not saying it's a Capricorn though. It just happens that in the tarot the Devil card is a Capricorn. The Devil card also represents bondage. It does represent, you know, you have to be a little bit cautious if you are a little bit overindulgent. If you have bonds with certain people, those bonds might not be to your highest goods. And characters popping out here don't always have to, you know, they can be energies as well. Oh. Okay. Before I go on any further, I want to show you these cards. Wait, can you see all of them? Not sure. Okay. So, if you've been flipped upside down in the past here, it can be with regards to the fact that you're feeling maybe you really need to, you know, watch out for the safety and security of your assets or your business or anything it is that you own, the foundation that you've built for yourself. This can be a home. And the Devil card is there to confirm this to you, basically. That any bonds you've made, perhaps, with people or certain ties, can be a little bit worrisome at this time. And when this card pops out, to me it's like playing Russian roulette here. It's you like thinking, like, who can I trust? Who can I not trust? I know that there's at least one person I can trust, but everyone else, not so sure, not so sure. But trust your intuition, because you're most likely correct here. That is, your thoughts here can take form. They can take form. And you might feel very strongly, like you might have strong emotions regarding the thoughts that you are currently engaging in. This is very psychic energy. It's you having this very strong gut feeling that whatever, if you're thinking of a person in your head and you're not so sure about their intentions anymore, it can be this Queen of Pentacles here above the Page of Cups. Trust it. Go with that gut feeling. But again, take with a grain of salt the element of earth, because it can be anyone. And with the Six of Wands appearing here, you are victorious in your thoughts, Sagittarius. You are victorious in your thoughts. And you'll start to see this even more clearly in the future as the Knight of Wands, riding with strong intention in a particular direction. This can also be you leaving, immigrating, fleeing, but with confidence you're fleeing, and you're a very confident person usually. It is astounding to me that 3 signs now have gotten 3 queens. And you are one of those signs here. Except 2 of the queens are in the reverse. So that means that it can take on a slightly different form. Because when you usually have 3 queens, but they are in the upright, then it's a bit of a deceptive feel, usually coming from a female. But in this case, you've got 2 queens in the reverse and 1 in the upright. So there might be a different meaning here. But the Queen of Swords, when she's flipped upside down here, this person bears ill will. Let me see if anything else is going to pop out for you. You're going to come out of this very victorious, though, Sagittarius. So let me know if this resonates with you guys, or doesn't. If it applies to you or if it doesn't. Because that's important for me. Like, there's really no point in me giving these readings, right? If I'm just blurting out bullshit. What's the point? But of course, unless I receive some feedback, how am I gonna know? This wants to come out. Okay, King of Pentacles here is a very intellectual character, like a professor of sorts, And it's someone who can be married to the Queen of Pentacles, but doesn't have to necessarily be married to the Queen of Pentacles at all. The King of Pentacles, let's see here. Is you, I feel here, coming into strong realization, which already has started in this present time with the Page of Cups, like I said, this very psychic energy, but because you are, you are a little bit scattered, Sagittarius, a little bit all over the place sometimes, that maybe you don't like to always, rely and go with that gut feeling, especially if that gut feeling isn't very good, You try to avoid it. You try to shove it aside here. But you're going to get more and more confirmation. I'm telling you, a lot of messages are going to be coming in for you guys that suggests that, no, you're correct about this feeling. You're correct about this feeling. And you're going to start to feel a lot more confident about this. And you're going to move very fast. And you might even move away from this situation. Or you might move away from this person if it is a person causing this. You're going to gain so much knowledge eventually that you're going to feel like this King of Pentacles here. You'll come into this realization about someone. And it suggests that there will therefore be a change in the matter. I'll clarify this Queen of Swords that's in the reverse here, because it's the only card that, oh no, the Queen of Wands is also popped out in the reverse, but that I feel is very much your energy. I'd like to clarify the Queen of Swords, see if there is any clarification for this Queen of Swords. So, pay attention to your email, your SMSs, your phone calls, even chatter that's happening around you. Don't be too paranoid though, Sag. But listen to your instinct and your intuition, and stay optimistic because, well, I know you guys are very optimistic usually. I don't think anything wants to come out to clarify this Queen of Swords, and sometimes that's for the best. Because who am I to tell you who is doing this? I can't tell you who's doing this. I can't. Okay, maybe this card wants to come out, but oh, no, too many cards flipped out here. Well, if I'm going to listen to the first card that has flipped out here, it is you walking away from a situation, and rightfully so, Sag. If this situation or this person doesn't serve you, walk away, simply. There's no need. Like, even if it was profitable once upon a time, because there's nothing really too wrong about these cups, if it was a situation or a person that you valued and you placed so much importance on once upon a time, you might come to realize, with this King of Pentacles, and with all the messages that have been coming in, that it's not worth it anymore. It's not worth it anymore. So you walk away from it. And it might not be easy for you to do, of course. It's never easy to walk away from a situation, but you have to walk away from it, Sagittarius. And if you do, you're going to be a lot happier about this. You're going to be a lot happier about this. It's going to hurt for a little bit. It's going to hurt, okay? A little bit. It will hurt, naturally. Because maybe this is someone you thought you could trust. But it's for the best if you go with your feeling. Maybe have a talk with them. Be clear about your intentions. Always be clear about your intentions. But if it's something that you need to walk away from because it's no longer serving you, walk away. You have the Tower here. It's huge, huge change. It's a breakdown in foundations. It's a huge breakdown in a foundation. If you felt that your foundation was under threat here in the past, then maybe a huge change does need to happen here. Huge change, okay? A belief that you had, an idea that you had of someone or of something that once upon a time seemed super great and was working out for you that's not going to be the case for very much longer. And this is quite an abrupt energy, huge abrupt energy here. Sag, wow, intense. But I'm telling you, you'll be moving on victoriously onto a much better situation, onto something that looks a lot like this, where you don't even need to have your guard up. If you do, if in the past you felt like you had to safely secure your environment on your own, you don't have to do this for much longer. You're gonna be in more of this situation coming up, where you can rely on a partner or a friendship. And this is, this is a very, very happy energy here. People celebrating for their victory. These are two females, but it doesn't have to be two females. And they're quite far from their gates. They don't need to always be on guard, because maybe you've moved, maybe you will move, because this can suggest immigrating somewhere or leaving to foreign lands or a new city or something like that. Move somewhere where you don't have to feel like you have to be on the lookout. You don't have to feel like that you'll be this paranoid. I'm going to take a look at your numbers here to see if any numbers pop out or if any characters keep repeating themselves. So, yeah, bear with me. I have numbers, they're written down. I have like this small journal that I keep. I've told a few signs this already. It's a journal. I keep track of patterns that keep recurring. Yeah, okay, definitely. I mean, you will definitely come into new knowledge, for sure. We have so many pages. I mean, we have enough pages to suggest that messages are coming in. With this Eight of Wands, messages are coming in from the past already, okay? And since you have two eights is the reception of new knowledge. And this person, this King of Pentacles, which your reading technically ended on, is a person who's extremely intellectual and a person who does have strong realization of something. You're not going to keep quiet about this, Sagittarius. You're not. And you don't usually keep quiet anyway. You already have this very bombastic character. So if you need to speak out, speak out. The two pages here, it's not disquiet energy. It's very loud and courageous energy. Okay, what else here? 3 queens, but 2 of them are in the reverse. Okay. That jealous feeling, that envious feeling in the past, that little bit of a manipulative factor that someone may have had, whether it's this Queen of Pentacles or someone else, okay? That jealousy can be, there's gluttony there, it's gluttonous. So watch it. This could be about your home and your situation. That's why you feel that you need to safely secure your assets right now. And that's because maybe this person, whoever it is, doesn't like the fact that maybe you're doing quite well or have been doing quite well. Listen to your guts. Listen to your gut, Sag. That's what I have for you. And if you do, you're going to be victorious. You're not going to be quiet about it, and I don't think you should be. You might be doing some walking away. It might hurt you a little bit, but it's for your best, because ultimately you have this going for you, okay? In the end, if you want to leave, you feel like a change needs to happen, well, a change will happen, okay? Be prepared for this change. Be prepared for this change, but it will take you to better places. Promise. Well, no. I can't promise anything. I'm just one person. I'm not an oracle either. So, Sag, yeah, that's what I have for you. Let me know what you think. Best of luck with everything. And yeah, I'll see you in December. Bye.